Welcome, guys. We are live here at the Versus Gameplay Arcade. I'm here with Justin real quick, and we're here to cast the first ever Halo 5 show match here at the Versus Gameplay Arcade.
Definitely excited. I've been doing a lot more research since we casted last week at the launch party at the Microsoft store and the Stonebriar Mall in Frisco. That was a lot of fun for sure, but now it looks like we're going to be having actually a repeat of sorts from that. Teamwork making another appearance after finishing third place of that tournament. But they're going to have to go against Rize Gaming. And that being said, even though they took third of that tournament, I don't know how well they're going to do here.
I'm not too sure. You know, it was 2v2 at the tournament. Now we're going into a 4v4 aspect. We're starting out on CTF on Coliseum. CTF we did actually not see played at the tournament itself. We saw Neutral Flag, Breakout, and then Slayer played. This time we'll have CTF, Slayer, Breakout, and the Stronghold.
Ooh.
So 4 different game types over 5 different modes.
That's going to be a lot of fun. Definitely a lot of variety to catch. Be sure you're tweeting out the stream link. It's about to be underway. Let's go ahead and get right into this, shall we? Rize Gaming versus Teamwork. CTF on Coliseum. It's really interesting with this stage in particular. You obviously have the 2 power weapons, the rocket launcher, as well as the sniper rifle on each side. But when it comes to CTF in particular, something that you have to be so cognizant of is whether you want to sacrifice unpredictability for the option of being able to get the flag to your base a little bit quicker. In the sense that if these teams can work together a little bit better, maybe they can find some really early caps. But the one issue with that is they might leave themselves really exposed given the fact that they have to be so running right through the middle of the stage. But enough about this. Let's get right into it. Game number 1. Take it away, Shadow.
Yeah, so I know a little bit about Reaper HCS here. Reaper HCS actually used to be the captain of the Evolution Halo team back in Halo 4, or actually Halo Master Chief Collection when they did the HCS Pro Circuit there. They went on from Evolution to actually go to Rize Gaming org, and now they're considered a semi-professional team. As you see, Reaper just got the one-shot, one-kill headshot on the sniper rifle himself. CTF all in seems really in control of Rize Gaming at the moment.
Yeah, but he's kind of like tunnel visioned in there, and because of that, mid-shot's able to go ahead and sneak away with that flag, using that juggle. He's hoping to maybe relate to one of his teammates, understands that there's a lot of pressure on him, and instead falls right into the lion's den, switching things up to Shooter 750, who's up at the red yard, trying to scope down into the trench. He has 2 enemies that he has to somehow combat, one of them with the rocket, so far doing a great job of avoiding the pressure, and gets the Spartan charge. That was excellent. Actually, just a standard melee. No Spartan charge necessary there, but still a fantastic kill and a great way to go ahead and disable that power weapon usage immediately.
Yeah, so we automatically see Shooter just got another punch on him. Rize Spectre also picked up Mr. Jones. So now it's like 2 people down, but I believe the capture, actually no, sorry, the flag was returned though. Risky Dude does spot Reaper HCS in his heights. Did get the shield down, but Reaper HCS then should get the shot on him with the sniper. Completely decimated him right then and there.
We've seen Reaper utilizing the sniper so well. I think a really big part of the blue team, if they want to take this map, is going to be figuring out ways to mitigate his control of the sniper rifle, because it seems whenever he has that control of the sniper, he's creating a lot of opportunities for his team, and we're going to be seeing what those opportunities will be as we switch over to Shooter, who has picked up the 2nd power weapon with the rockets as well as the sniper rifle in red team's control. Things are looking very dire for the blue team. This could escalate out of control very quickly, seeing as they're already down 1 cap.
Yeah, so already get 1 flag cap. Reaper is still dominating with the sniper rifle himself. Shooter already has the 1 shot on the on the rocket launcher himself. Kills Risky Dude, gets a double kill and get rickrolled, and now has full control. Has 1 person more in his sights. Mr. Wicked Rick does get the shot and get the headshot. He had so many disadvantages there. The opponent clearly had height advantage. He had the first shots in him, etc. But still, that pinpoint accuracy coming in clutch, getting those headshots when he needed to. Finally going to be taken out. We're going to be switching things over to Whiskey Dude, who has that DMR, trying to go ahead and spot an opportunity to maybe get the flag. But unfortunately, the red team once again sneaking up. And because he ran out of shots, he had to switch to that AR. And at long range, it just does not get the job done. Rize Spectre watching the sniper rifle here. Sniper rifle does spawn up in 2 seconds. He does manage to pick up the sniper rifle, so he does have the 3rd power weapon in control of his team here. But what will he be able to do with it? Troy back at his flag, just trying to rotate back over to the left side onto the red elbow area. Rize Spectre back in the middle. What will we see with him with the sniper rifle as he just kind of watches the flag there? Does spot 1 on the cross map, just leaves him alone. Going to the left. Not really a lot of pressure, but does get the sniper headshot on Mr. Jones.
That's the one thing about going through the middle. You leave yourself so exposed there. And Rize Spectre just did a great job of lining that headshot up so perfectly. He still has that sniper. Ooh, scoping around, spots 1. Doesn't quite land those shots like he did before. Switching things up to Reaper as he's trying to go ahead up the red slide onto where that rocket launcher is. Decides to back away at the last second, understand that there's a lot of pressure coming in, and oh wow, so much, somehow able to go ahead and run back for another cap. Really unfortunate, they weren't able to get their defense on point. It's rough.
Yeah, already 3-0 now. Rize Gaming taking the first victory pretty quick. Yeah. Not even really anything you can do, but if we look at the scoreboard real quick, if I can actually get back to where I can see the scoreboard.
Yeah, it was just a 3-0, and I like the decision making that we saw several times from the red team. In particular, we saw decisions on when to be aggressive, when to capture the flag, and when to understand that you need to relay, I guess, objectives and roles towards different teammates. There was a moment that I remember where you had, I forgot the player's name, but he takes the rockets, right? And he gets the flag, but then he realizes, you know what, I'm controlling this power weapon right now. It's not in my best interest to go and continue using, getting the flag. I am a much better resource to my team if I give someone else the flag while I can maintain control with the power weapon. And at the end there, we saw he had, I believe he was trying to scope out long range or apply the slide, but then he realized, you know what, power weapons not necessarily what I need to do right now. I need to go ahead and ensure that I can escort this final cap back to my base.
Yeah, a big thing that happened, as we look at the scoreboard real quick, Teamwork only had 12 kills. Reaper himself had 12 kills. Shooter 13, Rize Spectre 11. Mid shot, 3 flag captures, 3 kills. Obviously, he was the OBJ for his team. Completely decimated them in the slaying department. You cannot be that far down considering the fact that you do have a respawn timer there.
Man, it just looked so tough, especially for teamwork. I remember at the Frisco tournament, they really excelled when it came to those objective-based game types, and for them to kind of fall the way they did on CTF, oh, it's looking a little rough. It's looking a little rough. But hey, this is best of 5, if I remember correctly, right?
Yes, it is best of 5. We're going into game number 2. I believe it's going to be Stronghold, if I'm not mistaken, was going to be the game.
Ooh.
Not too sure necessarily what map it is, but as we load up the game here real quick, we want to give a shout out to Ben Q. Ben Q, the official monitor versus gameplay and the versus gameplay arcade. Please use Ben Q, versus $20 for $20 off a brand new Ben Q monitor, and versus $40 for $40 off a Ben Q, refurbished Ben Q monitor. But let's get on to Strongholds on the rig.
Yeah, the rig. Definitely going to be interesting. I like Strongholds. It's kind of reminiscent of Domination from the Call of Duty days, right? But the big difference is that you need to maintain majority control to get any points at all. So what that means is if you have 1 stronghold captured and your team and your enemy, the other team has 2, then that means that automatically you're not going to be getting any points for that. You have to ensure that you're able to control at least 2. At the same time, though, the way that this game is designed is that if you try to go to get all 3, chances are you're going to be a little bit too spread out, and that's going to be giving the enemy team opportunities. And oh, look at those opportunities, getting that power weapon so quickly and going ahead and netting a kill. Shooter's on fire right now. Yeah, exactly. Just got the 1-shot 1-kill with the railgun. No contestant himself. Stronghold is in control of Rize Gaming here. Shooter all the way down, mid-shot down on the nest, capturing the nest himself. BR base in full control of the red team, and the nest is now full control of the red team himself. So 2 captures already, 1 point already in favor of Rize Gaming as they are continuing to gain their lead. With already the blue base has the basement, but that's it. And just like that, Reaper is in control. One thing I have noticed that I've started to see Halo players use more in the past week instead of using necessarily at the launch party that we actually did see was the fact of boost. Boost has a very good way of helping you out because you can still necessarily shoot while you are boosting to the left and boosting to the right. But we don't see a lot of Halo players use that, and maybe because they're not so used to it, but we actually see them starting to integrate that movement into the game now instead of kind of waiting with it. And the nice thing about boost is, unlike when you choose to sprint, you can't get your shield back. But if you can boost around corners to use it to strafe to go ahead and get yourself into cover, you can still recover shield during that time. It doesn't really penalize you for that. So it's just a really nice tool to kind of have that duck and cover, as well as that nice burst movement that you have to get out of really hairy situations.
Yeah, as we just see Reaper there did outgun Risky Do with the pistol. Railgun respawning in 10 seconds, so who will get control of the power weapon thatself? That is going to be Will up there. Who is Will, though? Will is going to be Shooter. Shooter in control, but does drop down, so Railgun may actually be in... No, sorry, he did get the Railgun, so him and his team do have the control of the power weapon on this map. Basement going back in control of the blue team, Teamwork. They're finally getting on the board, 27-2. They're only down by 25 points. Still only 9 minutes, 30 seconds left in this game.
Finally, Team Blue able to go ahead and maintain a majority lead on Strongholds, but it's quickly usurped. Actually kind of going back and forth. The way that these two teams are contesting some of these Strongholds, fantastic. Shooter understands that he needs to go ahead and take this so that Red Team can go ahead and be back in control of those points. But it looks like Get Rickrolled is going to be waiting for him, having this scatter shot out.
One thing I do realize that I see from Rize Gaming himself is, though they are losing one, they are automatically rotating to the next one, capturing it, because it seems like Teamwork is kind of 4 capping one instead of necessarily 1 capping, 2 capping, and then defending the second base they have in control. They are kind of just rotating, trading bases out. Yeah,
it feels like the number of resources that the blue team requires to take a stronghold versus the number of resources the red team requires to take a stronghold is very disparate, and we're seeing that actually in the score right now. But that being said, blue team has actually made it so there's only about 16-point difference. If they can maybe go ahead and maintain one of the strongholds, take a power weapon, and continue to contest, they could probably even up the score, but they have to do so soon because this lead, it's only going to be widening.
No, exactly. As Mr. Wrecked Up did get the headshot on Reaper HCS, they still do have control of the basement and the nest, but BR base, but not for long it will seem like, as actually no, Mr. Rectum did get the railgun shot on mid shot, tries to get Shooter, but Shooter managing to get the SMG kill, I believe that was. SMG with the, I'm not too sure what type of side that is, red dot side I would assume, but a weird red dot side that is. But Reaper HCS gets the pound and then gets a shot on Mr. Jones.
Yeah, blue team did a pretty good job. Right now, about 11-point difference. But once again, how are they going to go ahead and take this back, especially given the fact that Shooter once again has that railgun in hand. Almost netted a double kill. The teammate is weak. Oh, but he manages to get right out of danger. Finally going out and taking Mr. Johnner. Has that railgun once again, is not even going to be using it. Gets that melee, takes out Rickrolled, and now he's right there, ready to go ahead and try to secure his base.
Yes, they do have one. He does spot one underneath him. Not necessarily trying to use a railgun kill, but never mind. Instead, did wreck Reaper HCS gets one, but
yeah, that was really smart of him as well. I assumed that he was just going to be dropping down to contest the base immediately, but he caught the fact that there was an enemy nearby and focused on cleaning them up first before trying to secure.
Rize Spectre does get one and get Rickrolled. Shooter 750 down barrel, but Reaper HCS using aim down side, shoots Risky Dude from across the map. BR base still in control of Teamwork, but Nest and Basement in control of Rize Gaming itself. Already 56-27. 7 minutes left in the game.
Reaper's looking so scary. He has that camo on board, trying to figure out when he's going to be able to plant the shots that he needs to, using some of those scatter grenades just to control some of the space, make it so that he has to cover less angles. There he is, with a little bit of teamwork, able to go ahead and take out Whiskey Dew with that AR.
Man, 63-27. Not much time left in the game for really Teamwork to come back. Does spot one though, put shots into him. It's only his teammate probably clean him up. That's going to be Mr. Rectum. Does clean up the kill on, Rize Spectre. Reaper HCS takes out one though. Will he get? Oh, he did get a grenade kill on Mr. Jones. Shooter 750 picks up Get Rickrolled. He does get in control of the railgun again. But Whiskey Dude does take him out.
I'm surprised you didn't honestly see him coming up through the vent. I guess that he wanted to focus primarily on defending or finding some kind of cover first because his shield was out. But speaking of shields being out, Whiskey Dude ends up netting that perfect kill on mid shot. That was excellent, but he needs to go ahead and do something big. Rize Spectre going to be stopping that advance with that Spartan charge. Fantastic play as we switch over to him. He's at Tower 1. These towers, I think, are a really important spot overall to control. As you can see, it's allowing him to easily maintain control over that blue base, but he knows that he needs to maybe go ahead and figure out what else he can do. Trying to use, there you go, able to boost up, and he sees Whiskey Dew over by the base.
The one thing I have seen from not the past 40 seconds has been the fact, except for now, is the fact that they have tried to control another aspect of the map. So instead of trying to control basement or nest, they have not even been trying to even contest it. They have not even had nothing on it that said it was them. And you see Shooter 750 just like, I'm done. I'm not even playing no more, basically. Don't know what happened there, but actually couldn't know. It was just a game. The game, you know, likes to pause itself basically sometimes. But Shooter 750 does pick up one. 86-32 now. 5 minutes 15 seconds left in the game.
Yeah, switching things up a bit. Going over to Rize Spectre. We've seen him do some pretty nice work so far with this pistol. His team is still maintaining this lead, and nice. Even though his teammate wasn't able to secure the KO initially, he called the one shot. He's able to go ahead and switch things up to that AR and clean up that base.
It does seem like it is going to be full control of Rize Gaming with only 12 seconds left. They do spot 3 people here. Mid shot takes out 1. Rize Spectre picks up Whiskey. Do only 1 more teammate there left. Who will actually get the kill there? Mid shot does kill Mick, just misdirect him there, and Get Vic Roll does actually pick up the kill on mid shot. Replay, yes, picks up the kill on Get Vic Roll though. So 94 to 38 now. 2 bases in control, basement and nest. No one in contesting of it. Does seem like it will go game 2 into favor of Rize Gaming.
Yeah, just a couple of seconds really left for Rize Gaming to go ahead and just secure these strongholds. About to go ahead and take it. Probably going to be picking up 1 more kill. Doesn't even look like they need to. That was a very convincing game too.
Yep, 100 to 38. You know, we said this before, but if you look at the scoreboard again, 13 kills. Rize Spectre mid shot, 13 kills. Shooter, 24 kills. 24 kills. Right, Reaper HCS, 18 kills. If you look on the other side, Mr. Rectum, 12 kills. Whiskey do 10. Mr. Jones, 8. Get Rip Gold, 7. Obviously in the slaying department, that's where it's lacking for them. If they could pick up a little bit more slaying, they might be able to get the games a little bit closer, but they started out really good there. They're down by 15 points. They brought it back to a 15-point deficit after being down 30 points, and then after that just got out of hand.
Yeah, you're right. It kind of did spiral out of control after some time. And we saw that especially when it came to actually being able to take the strongholds. Blue team overall really had to go all in with some of their resources. Even at the end there, you saw like in that single hallway, 4 of the blue team members all clumped together. It just looked very, very rough. It just looked very rough overall.
Yeah, one thing that I really think hurt the blue team there was teamwork, was the fact that they had about 40 seconds or 40 points uncontested that they did not try and contest one of the strongholds. They didn't try and fight for nest, they didn't try and fight for basement, they didn't try and fight for neither of those. They were killing around it, and maybe that was what was happening, was they were trying to get to them, but they were just getting outslayed and killed before they can get into it. But for 40 points, and you weren't able, at that point in time, you gotta say, hey, let's all 4 just go to one base instead of splitting up. Let's just all 4, because we have to get this base. We have to get the stronghold. We have to do something about that. We cannot just give them 40 uncontested points instead of, and hope to come back. Especially against a team that is outslaying them like they are. And when you are playing against a team like this, you have to recognize as a veteran player or just as a player itself that you are getting outslayed, and without doing that, it kind of surfaces.
Yeah.
But Rize Gaming now up 2-0 in this best of 5.
Yeah.
Can we see teamwork come back?
We need the comeback of comebacks, and it's all going to be starting on this first map. If they win this, they have to literally win like 3 maps in a row, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Ugh,
We saw that at the launch party, though. It's going to be Slayer on Plaza, but we did see that at launch party where the team that came in second was up 2-0, and then the team that eventually won came back and won 3 straight games against them.
This is true, but we've seen so many times that the slaying power that Teamwork has doesn't really hold a candle to Rize Gaming, who has been substantial so far. But maybe a little bit of hope for them. Able to go ahead and get that camo immediately, but already stuffed by so many red team members. That overshield, however, coming in clutch, making it so that they're able to go ahead and just withstand all of those shots so far.
Mid shot takes out 1. Shooter 750 takes out Mr. Jones. 5-1 now. Rize Gaming, but I just don't see it, man. 6-1 already 35 seconds into the game.
Yeah, it's looking rough. Looking at Reaper, he's at the cafe ramp. Spots Mr. John.
It looks like just based upon, the game kind of paused for a second. Mr. John already has a little bit point down in shield, but just the reaction time that he has doesn't seem necessarily what he needs with the Miss Reaper.
Yeah.
And the aim itself wasn't there as well.
Very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Scoping over to Mr. Rectum, he's able to go ahead and nearly net 1 KO. He's able to at least whittle down the shield for his teammate to go ahead and pick up the KO.
Yep. Reaper ACS picks up another one, so 10-2 now. So, just don't know what's necessarily happening right now. Just Mr. Reaper ACS spots 1, but Naka's right behind him. Rize Spectre with the railgun. Is that the railgun?
No, it's the light rifle.
Light rifle. Okay, so with the light rifle, does spot 1. Does take out Get Rickrolled with the headshot, though. Will he spot another, though? He spots Eddie. Tries to shoot Eddie. Gets 2 hits on him. Very surprised, but his shields are all the way down. Just going to try and stay up.
Yeah, they did a bait and switch there. Basically, Rize Spectre recognized that he was going to be out of commission if he continued with that fight, but he had a teammate right there, so they just basically switched off. Made it so that Rize Spectre had some time to patch himself up. The teammate was there to go ahead and try to secure the KO, able to come out on top at the end of that exchange.
Yep, Mr. Midshot dicks out, get Rickrolled. Midshot doing really well now. 17-4. Rize Gaming ahead of this game. 17-4, 50 points you're playing until Rize Spectre picks up Mr. Rectum though. So he does spot one. Get Rickrolled, doesn't see him, but get a headshot around the corner, but shoot a 50. Okay, so calls it out for his teammate. One thing I would have to say that just based upon watching here is the fact that it seems like Rize Gaming, the communication a lot more is there. And they're using the mechanics of the game a lot better than what, you know, you say Teamwork is doing. They're actually using the boost mechanic, they're using Spartan Charge, they're using a clamber mechanic. They're using every new feature that was brought into Halo 5.
Yeah, their movement options are very refined overall. And the way that they're traversing this map is really, really nice. Like you saw right there, headshot using that clamber and then boosting up towards the Plaza Sneaky. He'll be dropping down to the loading dock. Finds Reaper next to him. They're going to be able to try to clean up as much aggression at the bottom as they can, seeing as I feel like they've done a great job so far of securing the top.
Sniper rifle does spawn in 10 seconds. That's going to be Will over there. Will is going to be shooter 750 though, picking up that sniper rifle. Game did pause again, so 9 minutes, 2 seconds left, 27-5. Shooter predicting that Whiskey Dude's going to come there. I'm not too sure where that nade's going to land, but I just don't see, you know, necessarily what's happening here. Shooter automatically she's one. Does get the punch though.
That's big, but unfortunately Reaper waiting right there with that sniper, still trying to go ahead and continue that domain that he has with it. We saw that actually in game number 1. He was able to pick off a lot of nice kills with this, so I'm expecting some big work from him here as well.
Reaper seems to be the sniper for this team. That's one guy you do not want the sniper in the hands of, or else he will do work. 31-8 now. Does spot one. Misses a shot on him, but go for it again. Gets a shot on Whiskey Doo. One shot, one kill.
Yeah, that was nice. He just took that extra time to breathe, line up the shot, and ensure that he could secure that kill. Maybe, oh yeah, he actually did end up spotting Nate, I think. Nope, just kidding. It actually ends up blowing up the barrel instead.
Yep, very good move out of him though. Try and blow up the barrel. That way, you know, his teammates can't, you know, die because of that. That way, he can't die because of that. But also for the sole fact that, you know, it does actually damage him as well if it gives it to, you know, if the teammates around there. But Mr. Jones itself, 36-9. Mr. Rectum, not too sure what he's up to right here. He actually is dead, it seems like, as he did get killed by Reaper HCS with the sniper itself. But 36 seconds left, or 8:02. But the game is currently delayed. This is one feature I necessarily do not like in Halo 5, is the fact that the game will pause and there's nothing you can really do about it. You just kind of have to wait until it catches up with itself.
Okay, here we go.
There we go.
Right back into the action. Rize Spectre able to go ahead and secure that headshot after whittling down that shield. Spots another one. Trying to go ahead and chase down Mr. Rectum. Has him kind of cornered, but there's another teammate right there. Ooh, will it be enough? The grenades finally landing on point. Get Rickrolled coming out on top at the end of that exchange. Has that pistol out. Spots Reaper HCS. It's going to be a gun battle right here. He has the shield out. Reaper understands he needs to pull away and actually manages to go ahead and get another kill while he has that sniper out.
I do not believe Get Rickrolled did this best move there. He saw that he had Reaper's shield down, but he didn't press for the kill. He had only got one shot left. And you're 43-14 right now. If you have any hopes of coming back into this game, you need every kill you get, which means you gotta take some risks. You can't necessarily just play passively, or else the same thing's gonna happen to you as what's happened to you the whole game.
And it could just be he didn't want to fall for the bait and switch that we've seen so many times from Rize, but at the same time, you know, you do have a point as well. You have to be able to secure those KOs as quick as you possibly can. Reaper HCS going to be taken out as we switch over to mid-shot at the cafe. Has that SMG out, just trying to patrol around, secure as much as he can. Switching it up to that pistol, and it's able to go ahead and afford him one headshot, which is exactly what he needs to go ahead and get that kill.
2 kills left in the game. What happened? Reaper HCS, nice. Mr. Rectum, though. That's interesting. I guess assassination with the knife animation? But
I could catch it.
Oh yeah,
maybe it was probably a Spartan charge.
Could have been. But 50-16, a dominating finish. 16 from Rize Spectre, 12 from Shooter 750, 12 from Reaper HCS, 10 from Midshot. On the other side, you have 7 from Whiskey Dew, 4 from Mr. Jones, 3 from Mr. Rectum, and 2 from Get Rich Gold.
Yeah. Honestly, just really one-sided really one-sided. I mean, teamwork definitely came out to play, but at the same time,
the Rize Gaming, you know, semi-professional organization, semi-professional team. That's obviously where they had the more experience coming at. No, they've played in the HCS before. They've actually gone to LAN tournaments in the past. They played in some ESL Halo Cups, at least for Master Chief Collection. They have the, I guess you want to say, the tenure there. Yeah, the experience, the tenure there.
It's like the Mighty Ducks, right? Mm-hmm. And that's the best way I can describe it when you have like these underclassmen try to go against like the upperclassmen. But of course you're gonna get stomped the first time, but then you have to go back and you have to understand, why did I lose this, right? Experience is obviously one thing, but also I think there's a lot of lessons to be learned from like a teamwork standpoint. I think that Rize Gaming did a really good job of understanding where they needed to be to really control the map as best as they could, and they did a great job of controlling and really utilizing those power weapons. So, you know, we saw that a lot in Coliseum in particular. There was so many times when we saw control of both the rocket launcher as well as the sniper rifle in the hands of Rize Gaming. And when you take all those resources away, even if like the skill is relatively similar, when you have less resources to work with, it just all kind of snowballs together and all piles up. Yep.
But just like that, man, that's going to be 3-0 in favor of Rize Gaming. Takes it over teamwork here in this best-of-5 show match at the Versus Gameplay Arcade. Guys, big shout-out to BenQ as well. You know, like I said, versus $20 for $20 off a brand-new BenQ gaming monitor. Versus $40 for $40 off a refurbished gaming monitor. Also, big shout-out to Microsoft and the Microsoft Store. Remember, you can go pre-order any type of game from Microsoft itself at the Frisco location, and you can get a $10 gift card towards your pre-order. So, or towards any other game there, I guess.
Definitely got to give a huge shout out to the folks that make this all possible.
Yep. And just like that, guys, seems like we're out.
We're out. That was fast.
Yeah. Fast show match. One of the fastest show matches I've captured here at the, Versus Gameplay Arcade. But with it being Halo 5, with it being 1 week out, some teams that obviously put in the more practice into it, considering the fact they just had, IG Daytona this past weekend, where we saw top teams come out, the first ever big HCS series tournament. We saw announced today $1.5 million for the World Tournament back in March. Already $500,000 from crowdfunding, crowdsourcing already added to the pot, and it just continues to grow every day.
Oh, yeah.
But, guys, we'll be back here next week here at the Versus Gameplay Arcade with a brand new match. We'll see where it goes.
Take care, y'all.
See you later.